What's up? What's up? What's up?
Let's go, brother. How you doing? How you doing
Not
today,
much,
man?
not much. Hanging out, doing well. My week is way off right now.
What do you mean your week is way off?
Well, because we're heading down to Naples this weekend.
Right.
Um, so I wasn't doing much last weekend. So I was like, because I already had a vacation day for Friday, and I have a vacation day for next Monday at work. But I was like, I'm not doing a whole lot, and my job allows me to shift my schedule whenever kind of I want to. So we I was like, I'm gonna go into work on Sunday. I'm gonna go work Sunday through Thursday
Right.
and just save the weekend. And so I did it. It was great because Sunday there was nobody calling me, no emails. I got so much work done. It was fantastic. But now it's like I got home yesterday. I felt like I should be going on a live last night because it's my Tuesday. So
You're like, hold on.
my
What
whole week is off.
what's going on and where are we live? That's
Uh,
funny.
it's
That's
weird.
awesome though.
But it works. It'll work out, I think, because we're planning on. Um, I told my wife we're gonna try to pack up the car on Thursday night, and then we're gonna get up early because we figure we're only there for a weekend, so we want to be able to let the kids get as much water park time as they can.
Right.
And so I think it opens up. The water park over there opens up at like 9:30. So we're gonna leave at probably like I don't know, like 5 o'clock in the morning because it's about three and a half hour drive from here down to there. This is down in Chase's neck of the woods too.
Oh,
So
you're going to see Chase.
we may try. Again, our main goal is to go down there and have fun with the family, kind of just get away, and it's Leah's birthday. It's her seventh birthday, so that's the main goal. So it's really to celebrate her birthday because, like I said, in my family, I don't know if everyone's the same, but in our house, we give the kids two options when it comes to their birthdays. Either they can do a party with friends and stuff like that, or we can take a trip. And my oldest always chooses a party. My youngest typically chooses a trip, and she chose that she wanted to go to the new Great Wolf Lodge that just opened like a month ago. So she's excited and stuff like that. So that's the main goal. But yeah, definitely. I mean, if we can at least say hi, swing by. I know it's kind of like when people come up here sometimes though. I get people that come into town and like, hey, I'm in town. I'm like, I still got my life to live. So, it's always hard sometimes to be able to break away. So, if we can break away, go meet up, have a coffee or meet up and, do something that's fantastic. If we can't, I pretty much see that we could be going to Great Wolf Lodge multiple times, over the time because the kids love that place and it's only 3.5 hours away. So it's not too bad. So,
So I share what you just said, right? So people come up here, and so my mom comes up here for normally like a month at a time, and I always feel really bad because I'm still working.
mhm.
Right, I'm still working. My life is still moving forward. Like I can't just decide that I'm stopped, and it always makes me feel really bad. So I
Yeah,
hope that you understand. So I understand what you're saying. Andy, it has been so long
I
since we.
know. Glad he's down in Dominican today.
Good to
So
see
thank
you in
you.
the chat. Yes, good to see you in the chat on a holiday. Let's go. That's what's up. Glad you can't see my light. My light's trying to give me a stroke right now. So it's decided it's going to give me a stroke.
Jay says for sure if you guys can, cool. If you can't, next time. Life is life. I get it. I mean, I don't expect him
I
to
do.
change his
I do.
what's going on in his life and stuff
I
like
do.
that. If he can, cool. If he can't,
Chase, I'm gonna come down in February, right? February. It's February, right?
yes, February. I think it's
February.
February.
Chase, I'm coming down.
I still gotta get your exact dates and stuff. But yeah.
I'll send you the message tonight. Chase, I'm coming down in February, and I fully expect you to come hang out at the Airbnb. It's an expectation. It's not even like a request. It's an expectation because I have this like really cool idea that we could all just get together and make a video together. It would just be hysterical. It would just be hysterical. Or we can just sit at the couch and go live together. People would just be messed up for days.
Yeah, it's a possibility too.
messed up for days. So it's an expectation at this point. It's not even a request. I mean, we went past. I actually thought that you could read my mind and knew what day it was. Is what is really how much I thought about this.
But other than that, I know you've all been super busy. But how has the week been treating you?
Shit, man, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what week it is. I don't know what day it is. I don't know. I know what time of the day it is. I had a swim parent today that it's a kid that we don't coach anymore. They moved somewhere else, and every once in a while, when they're back in town, she comes and swims for us. And they people always tell me, "Oh, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy." And they're like, "How are you?" And I was like, "I don't know. I am in between running right now, so I'm trying to like get my stuff together in between running, is what I am doing. I think that we are beyond busy, is what I think. I
This
think
is
that
not a bad thing, though.
it is not a bad thing, but it has to slow down soon. I have to like come up with an end, not an end game, but an end plan for
Yeah,
next year. I have to come up with a plan for next year to slow down the running as much as it is. Because look, it's cool being busy, but at some point you have to enjoy life. So you just can't like stay running all the time. I mean,
yeah,
it's not a maintainable thing. Just simply not. Chase says he is.
yeah.
Man,
I
that's
I,
good.
I can definitely understand. I mean, we try to do the same up here. I mean, we don't do stuff every weekend up here, but I think there's a couple weekends there where you got to be able to, for me being up here in Orlando, you got to be able to unwind. And for us and our family, we unwind by going to the parks, going to Disney, stuff like that, and enjoy ourselves. A little fuzzy.
I think it's going out on me. Stupid camera.
It's one thing I've learned about doing lives is I think this is the third. I think I'm on my third webcam.
I'm on my third one now. This will be fourth when this one light burns out.
So yeah,
They don't last forever. That's the one thing that I've learned in doing lives with you is that webcams do not last forever. It's this crazy scenario. You would think that it's just a stupid camera with some live took to it. I don't know what it is they do to them, but they do something to them to burn them out.
yeah, it just definitely using a lot. This is the one. This one has lasted the longest so
That's a good
far.
one though. That's a good one. My Logic has lasted the longest. I'm gonna get another Logic when I go back. I'll just get a better one when I go
Yeah,
back in there. A better one
yeah.
next
The,
time.
the,
So
the thing is with webcams nowadays, they're not even all that expensive anymore, and
I
they're
think
pretty easy to get.
so. I've actually thought about buying the ones that you kind of build. You can actually build your own now too, but that's a different conversation for a entirely different day. Um, but anyway, so I've kind of thought about doing that as well, and then I could control the quality of it that I want. But anyways, Funko has some news out there. Not really any news. Anytime we come out of a convention and coming into after the convention, it's very desolate and like
Yeah.
what's going on. They have the Halloween stuff we'll look at. I want to look at the con stuff that dropped. I'd love to know in the chat, did you pick anything up? I'm going to be honest with everybody, I did not. I picked nothing up from the New York con. They had nothing that I wanted. Zero anything.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that before. It seemed like it was just a product dump type thing.
It is. It in Funko has. I believe that at this point it's become too obvious that it's a product dump. Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
It's become too obvious now. Before you were like, man, that's pretty cool,
I
right
definitely
there.
expected that one, Chase.
You were like, that's pretty cool right there, right? Before you were like, I don't know, I haven't seen this Mandalorian, or I don't know, that was a pretty cool scene, like this Sharman. What was that scene from the coffee shop with the X-Men? Not the X-Men, the Avengers, Sharma,
Oh,
whatever
the
it was called.
shawarma scene. Yeah.
Swarma scene. You're like, that's cool. Haven't seen anything like that. I don't feel like that's what we're getting from Funko now. I feel like we're getting like, hey, here it is, take it for whatever it is, and try
I,
and like
I will give it, talking about New York Comic Con. I was following along with, in his Instagram. I was following along JKL
yes.
because he did go to the Comic Con with his daughter. They looked like they had a blast.
I have to get back into that, by the way.
I did think there was one picture that he did post up. He posted a picture with Mariotti.
Right.
He was there, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, he looked like he enjoyed himself. So I mean,
I have to get back into going to the conventions again. I miss the conventions. The last one I went to was C2E2 many moons ago now. Many moons ago now, but that was the last one that I went to. The funny thing is they send me free tickets every year and I still haven't like managed to get back over there. So I need to get back over there for that. I need to get back into that. I did the same thing you did. I kind of lived it through JKL. I watched JKL. It looks like he met Lass. It looks like he met what's our other good friend from New York? Yessie Lou. Looks like he met Yessie Lou. He met Slapshot and Tristan, and it looks like he got to like take pictures with lots of people. So it looked like it was cool. And then of course
he did see another guy that I'm actually not going to acknowledge him on this channel because we don't really care for him. But there's a bunch of others. He's seen videos, a lot of people there.
I can get behind that. That's cool. We'll talk later, like who it was. Later we'll talk about who it was because I don't even know. To be honest, guys. But there just wasn't really anything there that excited me. As far as like as far as Funko went, Funko just kind of, I don't know. Funko to me is just kind of Funko anymore. But I'm gonna pull it up and we'll talk about the stuff that they have. And I see that they have an item that sold out, but I don't honestly believe that it's sold out, to be honest with you, because it's still on their site. And anytime they leave stuff like on their site days later after it's sold out, it only tells me that it's going to be dropped again. It's so instead of like them taking it down, they kind of like left it there so that they don't have to put it back up when they like re-drop it. So that's all it says to me, is that it's going to be redropped. I know that Canada now, I think, can buy like Funko Shop exclusives, which is also pretty cool. I know that that's been like a no-no for a long time. I think that they can do that now. I think this top list up here is not con exclusives. Like this armored dude right here is a drop. They've dropped him again. We've seen this. Don't
forget, even after, and I know we're not going to talk about it a lot because we talked about it last week, but Thrill Joy is live now, guys. So
Thrill Joy is live. We're going to talk about that as well. We're going to get into that too. They are live. I have been sending them an email almost every day telling them that I'm a content creator looking for a new home. So I am hoping that eventually one day, fingers crossed, that they'll like contact me. MS, what's popping? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But what's popping, MS? Nonetheless, we'll acknowledge that you're there. I don't know if you were like taking attendance down there or like what was going on, but I can get behind it. Whatever it was, I can get behind it. So the first row is not that. Then you get into the second row, right? The second row is where you start to get into the con exclusives. This one is pretty fire. I am going to say something about
Flock this too.
Yep, okay. But let me tell you something about this, right? So there is a lot. Grinch must be a hot item this Christmas. So if you go to Walmart right now, I don't know if y'all have looked at any of the build blocks or block builds, or I can't think of the name of it. It's like the company, they're trying to make a run at Lego right now. Bricks or something. They're brick something company, but they're trying to make a run at Lego right now. They come out with some pretty cool stuff. They're almost just like a Lego, to be honest with you. Maybe a little difference in size, but not enough that you're really going to notice. They have the Grinch, Cindy Lou Who, the dog, I guess Scooter, and those three characters all in these Legos, all in ornaments. So they're ornaments that go on trees. You could say they're fake Legos. I think they're doing things that Legos don't do, like the Grinch. So they're doing things that Legos don't do. So I don't know if I call them fake Legos. I just say that Lego finally has some competition, which is not a bad thing, because Lego has held the market for so long that they kind of control their prices way up here, where if they had a little competition, maybe they'd come down a little bit, and some of the rest of us wouldn't feel so bad when we buy them. Because one of the reasons I don't buy Legos is because the price of them is extraordinarily high.
Oddly enough, I think because I've gotten into them, I don't feel bad when I pay the price, because for me, I know that, like my shield back here, when I get it, I know that I'm getting a good product, and I know when it comes out, it's going to be pretty badass, and I'm really going to be excited about it. So
I agree that they're worth it.
I think after even paying the high dollar, I don't feel bad about it anymore.
I agree that they're worth it. The thing is, though, if there was a little bit of competition, instead of them making 100% profit, they'd probably make 50% profit, right? They'd probably bring some of that profit out of it to make it more affordable for us as the consumer. I get it, though. I like Legos. There's some really expensive Legos in my house, guys. Please don't get it twisted. My daughter has crazy, crazy, crazy amounts of Legos. Like she did the Globe and the Vespa and just really, really cool stuff. I mean, so don't get me twisted. I think that it's cool, but I think that it's good to have a little competition. There is a lot of Grinch. A lot of Grinch stuff out there right now. Lots and lots of Grinch stuff. This guy right here, the Headless Freddy. So we all know this was after like Headless Ned, right? Headless Ned. This thing is still on their page. It is still on their page. Anytime, in my experience, you see things that sold out that are still on the page because it doesn't even say sold out. It just says out of stock. Tells me that it's coming back, right? Everything about this tells me it's coming back. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset when this comes back out. I'm about to go look right now what it's selling for in the aftermarket because I noticed that this year was a crazy year for scalpers. Get it out. It was a crazy year for it. I seen people that were posting them on Instagram like crazy, like they're still at the convention, and they're trying to sell these things like off the booths of the convention. This was a crazy year for scalpers. Crazy year. So he is so if you get it looks like you're anywhere from $55 to $120 is kind of the range that I'm seeing, like right off like the front. So it looks like you're at 55 to 120. This will come down dramatically. So if you're wanting this, do not get caught up in the hype right now. I know we've said that many times, right? I know that that's been repeated a lot, but you need to listen to the warning in this one. They're going to re-release it, so just be patient for a second, and you're going to get it for $15. I don't know what Ned is. I think it's one of those Viking shows, right?
No, it's from Game of Thrones.
One of those Viking shows. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those Viking shows that I never got into.
Only reason I say is because I've been binging it for. I mean, it's taken a while for me to watch it, but it took me a long time to get into Game of Thrones. But once I got into it, finally, I'm in the 7th season, so I've got maybe a season and a half left, and it is a really good show. But yeah, I can understand why it was so popular. But yes, Nedless Head Stark, which is funny because Ned Stark was basically killed in the first season, so it was kind of crazy.
Well, didn't make it past first season. Spoiler alert! In case you didn't know, I didn't know. I didn't know. Nor do I.
Other than you and the 2 other people that have never seen Game of Thrones.
Never seen it. Don't even care to see it. And there's something about those Viking shows just don't do it for me. I don't watch TV in general though, so I guess don't listen to me. I don't watch TV in general, so that one is pretty cool. I like what they got going on, but it's going to come back out, so don't get caught slipping on that one. This one is also another one that I'm not really sure about at this moment because I think this one was supposed to be a limited run. I'm going to look real quick. It says it's 1,000 pieces, so this one might honestly be sold out. But once again, they have not taken it off the site yet, which tells me that maybe they think they're going to unbox some boxes and they're going to find some, or maybe there's a container coming across the ocean right now that has some on it. Something is going on that they're not just pulling them off. I mean, something is flawed in the equation.
I think the biggest one right now is that flocked Grinch. If I see that, I'm not hunting these things anymore. But if
it's an Amazon
store, it's Amazon exclusive.
It's an Amazon exclusive. Flocked.
That might even happen. I buy a lot of things off Amazon. The flocked is cool.
That one is pretty cool. So you got this one to me. This one wasn't that strong because you pointed it out yourself. It was used at the very end of first movie. I mean, I don't know.
It wasn't the very end. It was in the initial.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Where he's going around killing everybody. Yeah,
montage where he's just like killing everybody.
Yep. So it's not. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. So it's not one of them that I went after. I mean, it's just Deadpool on a white box. I could put my Deadpool on a white box, and we could call it whatever you'd like to call it. This thing sold out. I'm not entirely sure why. I think that we got some cool people in here from Canada that can tell us though, but I'm just not entirely sure why the robot dog thing sold out for the Pokego, the Pokego game. Not really sure what happened. The best one other than Batman, I don't even really know. I know that what is this thing? Like, what is this?
That
What is this
I would
thing?
have to reference Simon on this since that is his realm of anime, but I'm assuming it's a sort of Pokemon. Um,
He's
he's
a
a
popular
popular.
Poke. He's a popular Pokemon. How?
I don't know. I
It's a
don't
it's
think it
it's a
does.
it's it looks like one of those things that you got at Walmart that like goes around and like you put batteries in it and it like goes around the house barging. It is. I didn't even think about that, Jeremy. Thank you for pointing that out. It is just a copy of the Stone Cold. That's pretty good. That Funko pulled a fast one on us there. Funko tried to pull a
Oh,
quick one on us with that one. I didn't even realize that. I appreciate you for that. You're 1,000% correct now that I'm thinking about it. That's a GameStop exclusive, right? I mean, the Cold Stone. See, yeah, that's 100%. You're 100% on it. 100% on it. Like on top of that one. Let's see.
Pokemon card art chase. Wait, Galaga Pokemon cards are chase cards, so they're not common. Is that the
Oh,
lingo?
that is a 1,000% the same pop. Oh wow.
What are you comparing it to?
It's the Stone Cold Steve Austin. Here, hold on. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is hysterical. Watch this. Jeremy like made a very valid point there. Very valid point there. Made me go and look at it. I had forgotten all about this pop. All about this pop. That shows you like how little I care about like WWE. I had forgotten all about this thing. Check this out.
Oh, that one, yeah.
They just like
It's the same Zamboni.
it is the same Zamboni. They just took like Stone Cold off of it and put Deadpool on it. That is
Which they didn't
hysterical.
even spell it right because they called it an ice machine. It's a damn Zamboni.
Hysterical Funko. That is hysterical. Just hysterical. That's good though. I like what you I like that hustle. That's a good hustle. But you're a little lazy on that one. I like that one though. That was a good one. Now what are you talking about? This Pokey Dog again?
They said that Pokemon, that type of Pokemon are chase cards, which I don't really 100% know what that means.
Chase cards like in the
Yes,
sense
I
of
mean Funko has gotten super lazy.
Funko has done a lot of things lately that doesn't make any sense to me, but I figure at this point that they're not trying to make sense to us. They don't really care about us as the older collectors anymore. They're trying to like squeeze us out of the way and trying to bring in a younger crowd, but the younger crowd doesn't have money to play with pokey dogs. So it's a strange equation thing that they have going on. You could even tell with the way they're bringing in like singers like Ice Spice. What is an Ice Spice? Like
My kids know who Ice Spice is.
is this like a new like peppermint or what
That,
exactly?
that thing was kind of cool though, with the glow in
This
the dark on
I
now.
can't look for the most part. I can't hate on this thing at all. This thing's pretty
I have
fire.
no idea what it is, or I know it's from Naruto, but
They
uh,
did a good job with it,
but
no matter
it
what.
looks that the glow in the dark part looks pretty awesome.
They did a good job with it, no matter what it is. They did a good job, but Jeremy is onto it so much more than he knows. All right, let's see what else we got. So I actually kind of expected that Boogie the Clown to sell out. It did not. It's still on there for so. There's one thing that we should point out though that Funko is doing that I think we should like give them some credit for. I don't think it's really going to work, but we should still give them some credit. They have went to the stickers that have that QR code on there. that you can scan, and it's supposed to authenticate your pop.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think it's going to work for the simple reason that I can still print a QR code. There's nothing that stops me from printing a QR code. So I say that it was a good effort, but I still think it was poorly executed. I because I can still make them. I know they're trying to stop people from counterfeiting the pop, counterfeiting the sticker, but I can just print the counterfeit sticker with the counterfeit QR code. I That works because I can just simply take your QR code and put it on my sticker. So it I see what they were doing, but it doesn't really like fix their problem of
Yeah.
counterfeits. It only brings the illusion that it fixed something, which is what Funko is really good for, right? It only gives you the illusion that something was fixed. And I'm also going to say that I think that they did this because of Thrilljoy. They put that on there because of Thrilljoy, and I'll show you why in a minute. As soon as we get to the Thrilljoy, I'll
They're
show
gonna
you.
have some real competition with Joy.
I think so. I Did you see the video with Mariotti and what's that really creepy dude for Funko?
Um, uh, the one we pick on all the time.
No, the
I
guy that
thought
has the
kind of creepy.
he has the like greasy black hair, like what is his he started Funko. What is his name?
Master Mike or
Yeah, fun maker Mike. That's it.
yeah,
Fun
right.
maker Mike. Never looks like he's having fun either.
No,
Never.
he always looks pissed off.
That must be one of those names you give your friend when you're like you know how people call their friend Slim, and he's like 600 pounds. They're like, yeah, here comes Slim. That must be like one of those names where people were like, oh, look, there's Fun Maker Mike. Dude's always pissed off at the world. I mean, so it must have been like that, where you're like, or like you have the really skinny friend and everybody calls him Hoss. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you know what I'm saying, right?
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
It must be one of those situations because he always looks like he's
The dude always looks miserable.
pissed off. Like he's taking way too much. What's that stuff that old people take? What is that stuff?
Metamucil.
Metamucil. Taking way too much Metamucil and it's not working. That's the way he looks all the time, all the time. Well, I found it really weird that Mariotti got with Funmaker and kind of got his blessing. And when I watched the video where he kind of gets him to not review it, but he was showing it to him. And it was really weird because the non-Funmaker person almost looked forced. It looked forced. Like it was a forced reaction. It was a forced video. Like it almost looked like somebody was holding a gun to his head and was like, "You're gonna make this video and you're gonna like it," because it was really weird. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't like the greasy hair dude. I don't really know.
I can't say neither one of them, to be honest with you, but that's just me.
Way undecided on Killjoy seems Dorbish.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know what Killjoy is. Thrilljoy. Thrilljoy.
Thrilljoy.
I don't feel like that. Hey, I'll pull some up in a minute, Chase, and then you tell me if you still believe it.
After seeing it for the first time last week, I mean, the prices are up there. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think so now. I've got one coming.
But you've got some really, really. I mean, it's not just a pop you're sitting on the wall in a box. It's a whole set, like a scene type thing. And I mean, to me, these are hugely displayable items that are awesome.
And they're big. I mean,
sorry, I always kind of click on just Tracker's page from time to time.
Does he have some on there?
Got to it, but it looks like they are re-releasing a Target exclusive that kind of annoys me because I've had it since day one, and it is the Black Light Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's shit. Yeah, that's garbage.
They're re-releasing the Black Light Spider. So wait, what do we happen? Oh, Buggy's not sold out, especially with that light. Here, let me put it up here. Especially that live action One Piece being such a hit, and the other character from One Piece isn't on that, and don't know how deep in animated. I don't know. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of diehard anime fans that didn't care for the live action. I think it appealed more to the people that
I felt
maybe wanted to teeter on that line of anime, but kind of had, got an idea of the story. I'd have to reference people that know anime more to comment on that. To be honest with you,
look, I was super shocked it didn't sell out. I mean, just super shocked it didn't sell out because I just knew that it was going to sell out. Not sure what they did to me here.
we do agree with you, Chase. You missed it last week. We did talk. They do have the very Dorbs-esque feel to them to a certain point. It's
Hold on,
like
wait,
combo, but
wait until I pull it up though. Wait until I pull it up. So
there's the Iron Man read.
So they redropped the Hulkbuster, which is also trash. They got this guy, the Mark One, my favorite Iron Man of all times. In case anyone's ever wondering, like where my favorite Iron Man is.
The fact that that's all purple is a horrible blacklight.
Well, I've almost thought about like taking my 3D printer and making me a Mark One suit. I might still do it one day when I have free time. But that's really cool. I like the Mark One. But I got to get back to the other page real quick because for some reason my stuff like spun me over and made me come over here. So let me get back to the beginning of this and see if we can click back through this for a second. All right. So the Boogie the Clown, I thought it was going to do better than it did. Demon Slayer, the Bleach here, I'm not sure why that one sold out. I'm not sure why this Care Bear sold out. Can anyone tell me why this Care Bear sold out? Like what?
Care Bear, I don't know. I don't get that one.
I think that maybe they must have made a lot of them, or they're trying to artificially build the hype of this thing because I just can't imagine on any day of the week that anybody in this chat is buying one of those. Not now, not ever, right? I mean, that's one of them that's just simply not happening. So they probably just didn't make that many of them, and they didn't want to announce that there was only 10 of them made, but there was probably only 10 of those guys in all of existence, and 10 people decided to buy one for whatever reason. They had this strange obsession with Care Bears, and they had to go get one. I appreciate you and love you all the same, Chase.
First Clown Funko hit hard. That one not so much. Yeah.
So the Caroline, I guess I kind of understand what happened here. Cult-like following.
It's definitely a cult following. You have to be
cult-like following. I understand what happened there. It would have only been better if it had been Button Eyes. Only would have been better. We all knew that the stupid Lucifer wasn't telling out, or the Sandman.
Animal. I'm surprised then.
All right, so I am surprised about Animal, to be honest, and not surprised about Knuckles.
No, not surprised about Knuckles.
All right. So now that we've quickly browsed through those before I dissed on them as many times as I could, I guess I'm going to go down there and see what they got in the Blacklight because I'm probably going to be really upset.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Maybe we need to go to the rerun. Let's do this a different way because there's an easier way to find these guys. If you ever want to know how to get on there, you can go back in stock and you'll get to find some of the cool things that maybe you didn't realize was back in stock. Like this armored one piece right here, Chopper. Chopper is back in there with that Chase variant. The Chase variant was really expensive for a little while there. I don't know what it's up to right now. Chris, you want to check that one out and see what that one went up to? And now see how much they're going to screw the price up now that they've re-released it.
We're talking about the.
It's a Chopper with Chase. Just look up Chopper Funko Chopper armored Chopper Chase. Some okay stuff in here. They're not giving you everything that's on here though. See, and this is one of the messed up things about Funko is that they're very unorganized most of the time. We're gonna have to go back over to the exclusives and funnel through the bottom of them to find it. All right. So
currently, the armored Chopper is going for about $22.
Oh well, it'll be even less than that soon.
The Chase is going for $55.
It'll be even less than that soon. Ooh, they got this guy back on there too. Holy shit. They're shitting on us hard.
I do agree, Jeremy, with the animal one. They did do the flocked, which was a great one. But I mean, of a lot of Muppets, Animal is probably one of the biggest cult followings. I mean, he sells out of a lot of things. And the fact that he's more behind the drum set on this one, I would have expected it to be a higher selling one. Oh wow, Dead Zone ordered every single Gorilla Joy picked.
Oh, so I ordered one of them, and when we get into them, I'm going to talk about them. I do have one of those. I couldn't do every one of them. I had to pick and choose. I mean, I guess I could have, but I wasn't spending that much money on them, to be honest. So, and I really wanted to see it before I dove all the way in, before I just dove in. I do have some pictures of them I'm going to bring up here, though, for Chase. If Chase is still with us, I'm sure he is, to show him the size of these things, because I don't think maybe you've seen the size of them.
Yeah, they're good size.
They can stack on the wall, and you can like hang them. They come with their own hangers, so you can hang them and stack them. Absolutely insane. So this guy right here is selling somewhere between 60 and $100, $300, 60 and $300, just depending on where you're buying him, who's selling him. There's a signed version of him out there for 300. Crazy, like I can't believe they re-released this one, but hey, why not? Why not? They're not going to put it on their back in stock for whatever reason. You're going to have to scroll down and find them. So if you want to like have a chance at some of these chases that maybe you missed, here's your opportunity to do it. You can go for these guys right here. Also, like one of them that we missed, you can go for it if you'd like. Has a chance of a chase. You can go for the samurai, chance of a chase. You can go for the Goldie Roger, chance of a chase. Oh man, just so many of them. Look at this, chance of a chase, chance of a chase, chance of a chase. They just redropped every one of those guys. So if you missed them and you wanted a chase and you don't want to pay that for it, this is the chance for you to go over there and try it. Wow, I kind of shocked about that one, but
Are you really?
I am. That is kind of an all new low right there. I kind of am. They reran that run. Is what they did. They ran that run again and then dropped them back up there for sale. Yeah, I kind of am shocked about that one. That's a major like shit on you as if you had those chases, because if you had those chases you're like, oh, I they're only going to go up in value right over time. Not anymore. They're
It's one thing to re-release the common, but
right.
You're gonna re-release. But yeah, somewhere they re-released, it looked like at least the original 5 Blacklight
Yeah,
Marvel,
got all
the
those
very first
Santas,
Blacklight.
stupid Santas. They're re-releasing the very first Blacklights. I'm trying to see if I can find them just really quickly, and then I'm going to go over to the Joy and see what we got over there. Get over to the Thrill Joy after this one and see if maybe there's like something there.
Well, I don't know. It's supposed to be a Target exclusive, so I don't know if they're just re-releasing it to Target or
They
what.
were all Target exclusives, if you don't remember.
Yeah, that's right. They were all Target.
Yeah, they were all Target exclusives. All of the original guys were all Target exclusives. Every single one of them was a Target exclusive. I mean, every single one of those guys was a Target exclusive. So I don't know. Let's scroll this for a second and see.
I just found some images. Sorry, I know where you are trying to find those, but going back to Thrilljoy a little bit, I just found some videos on Diz Tracker's website of some. They have a Beavis and Butthead one they're getting ready to release. 6,000 of each, it looks like, and each one has a chase. Of course, Beavis's chase is Cornholio.
So that would be fun ones to get your hands on. Oh no.
There's your Deadpool artist.
Moment of silence for that one, guys. Rip right there. Rip. That was a difficult one to get to. That was only in a mystery box. You could only get that in a mystery box.
Not anymore.
That was only in the mystery box, guys. Rip right there. Wow. I mean, I guess if you have items in your collection that are worth some money, you might want to sell them before they're not. I guess is the real thing. This one is a re-release. Um,
Oh my God, Target's doing another holiday Funko Friday,
no.
where they have 6 new pops coming out, and it's one's coming out each Friday of the next bunch of weeks.
I hate those. I can't get behind those just because it's so dumb. That's a re-release.
So far, I think I've been able to find it on the. It looks like I can find it on Target's website.
Another Laffy. Is it on Target's website?
Yeah.
What do you have?
Uh,
Let's see it. Oh, that one is a. Ooh. Hope they can bring the price down on that one. Diecast Joker's back.
sorry, actually, it was a Hulkbuster. Sorry.
The Hulkbuster I've seen on here. Guys, I guess you just scroll all the way down. Keep scrolling. You got the Blacklight Stranger Things on there. I guess you're going to be able to go back and buy all of the Blacklight pops, which tells me I'm about to start selling mine because there's some of them that I have that are worth some money. Like so the original, what was it? Carnage. The original Carnage is worth.
How much did we all buy that giant jumbo Galactus for?
I think it was like $25.
Okay, so Target's still selling that thing, or they re-released it.
You can get last year's Heavy Metal Funko Ween box again.
Oh, and don't forget that Galactus is another chance for a chase.
Wow, so it's just a crazy amount of re-releases are happening right now. All of your spiders, all of your Oogie Boogie sodas, 3-liter guy, the diecast Spider-Man, but they just kind of abandoned the diecast line. Does anybody notice that? Anybody else notice they just kind of abandoned the diecast line?
Yeah,
they just.
I'm not opposed to that. Like I said, all I got was a Mickey Mouse one, and that's all I really cared about.
All I got was Captain. I mean, I got the very first one, and that was it.
So, luckily, at least this tracker shows that he had it on there, but I'm not finding. I'm trying to bring up his actual link for it.
Right. Ooh, do y'all know how long ago that one came out? This guy right here was forever ago.
Oh, here it is. I did find it.
Forever ago. What do we got? Pull it up there.
This guy, you can go back on and show in stock in stores. It's not sold everywhere, but apparently they have re-released it for this guy right here, the Marvel Spider-Man Blacklight Vinyl Pop.
That's garbage. Let's see what it's selling for.
$14.99.
No, you know what I mean.
Oh, that I don't know.
Let's see what he's selling for. A $58, $168.
Spider-Man, $22. Simon says.
Yeah, he's about to go down even lower than that. Gonna go down even lower than that. All right, so let's see. Check this out. Though. I wanted to talk about this a minute ago because Funko has kind of Thrill Joy is going to come in there and jump on them here shortly. Let me share the Instagram picture of those for Chase first, though.
Chase says the T combo was also back on there, and the Venom is back. Yeah, again, this is a horrible move. Even after I was hoping for them to re-release this many old products. I mean, if there was any value left in anything, Funko's just killing it by re-releasing all this older products. But
they're definitely shitting on it.
Real Joy is gonna be pretty badass.
Look at the size of these things, though, Chase. The size of these things are massive. Like so at first when I thought $50, I thought $50 was kind of expensive until I seen the box and the size that this guy's coming in. It's already coming in a protective case. It's coming in a massive box, super clean, massive box at that. They have so many features on it that Funko doesn't have. Like, and the reason I say Funko came out with that sticker, right? That's supposed to give you the idea that it's actually like protecting it from being knocked off, is because Thrilljoy has that what they're calling that wax imprint of how many pieces it is. So instead of it just being printed on a piece of paper, I'm going to see if I can find one now that I'm over there on their site. Instead of it being on a piece of paper, that little wax stamp that you see there at the bottom right hand corner is actually stamped onto it. So it's
You
like
can't just go to Etsy and buy the sticker.
No, it's not just a sticker. It's like a physical wax stamp, right? So it makes it different in every way. You just can't go to Etsy and buy the sticker, stick it on there, and say this is one of them, right? So they took a little bit more. I think what they did was they listened to all of the problems Funko was having, and he improved on them.
Well, I mean, him being basically outed from Funko, it kind of gave him the opportunity to kind of do his own thing and stuff. As much as I still don't like the guy by any means, I mean, he knows how to make a solid product, to be honest with you.
They're really cool. I don't know that I think that they're adorbs. I do think they're very close to a Funko, though.
Now, here's the other question. Being that it's Mariotti, and if these become popular, how long before Funko just buys out Thrilljoy?
I don't think that he'll let them buy them out. I think what we're going to see, though, is I think eventually we're going to see lawsuits is what I think we're going to see eventually. I think that inevitably we will see
the only thing that he could possibly, but you can't even, to me, you can't sue for that because it's not a trademark or a copyright, is the word that he's using for his chases. I think he should have come up with a new name for his alternative pops instead of calling it a chase. But I mean, I guess chase is common in the industry to whether it's playing it's cards or pops or whatever. I guess that's a common phrase. So maybe they can't even get him with that one.
Right. So I don't necessarily think that he's going to have any problems there. I think he's going to have problems in the realm of how do you call it? I say this joke all the time on TikTok, all the time. I say that we have these little elves that are putting the packages back on our airheads, and they made us sign a non-disclosure, which same thing as like a non-compete.
It could be, but like I said, they are just different enough to where they can't sue him for infringement.
That's what
and I think also the fact that you said there was a video of Mike Becker doing a interview or whatever with Mariotti with these. That means Funko acknowledged that.
It felt so forced. Here, let me bring this up, and we'll throw the sound on it. And if I get a strike, I get a strike. Who cares? I mean, it's not like it's a big deal, anyways. But check it out. Let me drop.
Hey, I'm here. We've waited long enough. My friend Brian has invited me to his house to find out for once and for all what this Thrilljoy thing is all about.
Let's take a look at one of the products I want to show and have you do an unboxing.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Look at this, Pix. Pix is the brand?
Yes, Pix is the brand. This is one of our new products. We have 3 different product lines, Pix, Mega Pix, and some amazing apparel we'll be showing in Europe.
Wow, what's this little rubber thingy in there?
That is the edition stamp. We don't use stickers, so we use a sculpted rubber edition stamp.
This is kind of cool. You got a little magnetic, kind of magnetic box.
Magnetic box, and the stamp shows the total production, maybe.
All right. What do we got here?
So that is the certificate of authenticity card. It's lenticular and it's sandwiched between acrylic with magnetic holders. So you know every one of them is authorized and official. What's so neat about this, Mike, is these can stack on top of each other and interlock, or you can also hang them on a wall.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You really got something fun here.
Thank you, Mike.
And guess what? You finally done it. You're going to get the friendship bracelet.
Wow.
This is going to bring you good luck.
This is 23 years in the making.
There you have it. That's Brian's new thing, Thrilljoy and Pix. Good job.
Thank you, man.
Huh. Yeah, it definitely seems forced for sure.
Tell me that didn't seem forced. I mean, it felt very forced to me when I watched it. I felt like it was very, very forced when I watched it. All right, let's see. I was trying to just look for a picture.
Chase said small numbers make it rare. Just makes more sense to someone who has no clue why it says Chase. I mean, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I don't know why he decided to go that route, but he also went with the ultra rares. So they have Chase variants, and then they have ultra rares. Yeah, they have the ultra rares as well. But we'll pull up their site so we can take a little bit closer look at it. They have some really cool stuff coming up. I'm telling you, I think that these things are about to give Funko a hard run at it. But what I was trying to find is yeah, I'm telling you, Simon. Look, was I wrong, guys? He seemed like it was very forced. Like it was very like, you're gonna come do this, and I mean, because even the way he was like fumbling with the boxes to get it to link together.
It was kind of like this was like an old school. Hey, you owe me something.
Yeah.
You owe me this type stuff.
That's what it seemed like. Forced. It felt so forced. Like he walks up and goes, "Oh, what do you got for me?"
But see, I can also say that a lot because to me, Mike Becker lacks a lot of energy in a lot of ways, especially for a guy being called Fun Master Dipshit Mike, whatever the hell he wants to call himself. I've always seen that he just seems miserable all the time.
I don't know, man. I watched it and I was like, I kind of disliked the video, to be honest. I wish that he wouldn't have went after, like, it felt like he was going after their approval. I mean,
too many gummies.
It was too many something. It was too many gummies. It was maybe the grease is like soaked in. I don't really know what had happened, but it was really weird and forced, and I didn't understand it. And
I am sold on these. I will have to buy one. I will have to buy one of these.
I'm sold on these things. I think they're super awesome. I like them a lot. I ordered one of them. It's funny that I ordered one of them, and our buddy over there ordered every one of them. Every one of them. Like he just went after every one of those guys.
But they were already showing more at the. I mean, they've already showed the Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice isn't up for sale yet. They've already they showed a Beavis and Butthead. They showed a Daria. They showed this hippo-looking one. So they've already showed more at the con, which means they've already got more in works in production.
Yeah, for sure they do.
This one itself looks like it's. I mean, even the common one looks awesome.
I expected them to sell out, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Which one?
I expected them to sell out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little shocked.
I'm not. I don't. Only because I think that there's a lot of people like Chase that has maybe invested so much in Funko over the years that it's maybe hard to make that jump type thing. I like them because I've said for many times, just like Chase, I think I said it last week, just like Chase loved the Vault Pop. But my biggest problem with the Vault Pops is they were not displayable. They just weren't. These things, if I put these back here on the shelf, I mean, they're going to stand out. The only thing that would make these better is if they come with some sort of light kit, or that you can put a light kit on it to really make the background light up and
right. I agree.
Or something. That's the only thing that could make them even cooler. But I mean, they're awesome. I mean, I do need to get my hands on one for sure.
I agree. That would make them cooler if you had some kind of a light that maybe you could display behind them. They came out with some apparel. I'm gonna say something that's kind of weird though. They're calling these things collectibles, and these hats come in boxes that look like collectibles.
I did see that. That's interesting.
I've never, like, a day in my life thought I was gonna buy a bucket hat and I was gonna collect it. I don't really understand I don't understand the idea behind this, but
people like them a lot. I mean,
bucket hats.
It goes on to the old Kangol style hats. I mean, that's like old school LL Cool J style or something like that. But yeah, bucket hats are still actually widely popular.
We need a Thundercat bucket hat. We got you.
It is Thundercats. I mean,
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Fat Albert. Is what this reminds me.
Yeah, I mean, it was a common item.
That's what it reminds me of.
Luau says, "Do it, Wayne. Buy it." He did. He bought. Well, he bought a Pix already.
Yeah, I already have. I've already like jumped on it, Andrew. Andrew, I see that. Andrew. Now that you're here, you're going to get me off topic for a minute, man. Lou.
See,
Andrew.
Chase, I do have to comment on it because I only say this because I have recently gone through this. I limited my collection down quite a bit. Chase is apparently right now in the middle of selling a lot of his, and he is understanding he's going to end up beating a lot of loss. We sold ours. We still got a bunch downstairs, but we have been selling it, and trust me, I'm not even looking at values because my wife's taking care of all of it and she's selling it, but I know for a fact we didn't sell them anywhere near the value of what they're worth.
Andrew,
what is that?
Do you know about this page on TikTok, Andrew?
What is that page?
We can't say said page. It's sacrilegious to say said page. Look, Andrew, did you know that this page was on TikTok?
Is it a competitor?
Skittles has a page on TikTok.
Okay.
Skittles has a page on TikTok. It has 598,000 views. I can't make it bigger. That's
the brand, the candy brand,
the Skittles candy brand has a page. I can't make it any bigger though. That's as big.
Okay, you can see the rainbow in there. Okay,
that's all you're gonna get. That's as big as it's gonna get. Right.
So what do they post?
They've have 598,000 views. They released yesterday one product. They released yesterday exclusive to TikTok. Exclusive to TikTok. What do you think that product is?
Freeze-dried candies.
Freeze-dried Skittles. Exclusive.
You knew some of that was coming at some point. Everybody's been making them, and you figured why not take advantage at their own game.
But I'm going to tell you, Andrew, I think they're failing at it, and I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to tell you why I think they're failing at it. So they launched it yesterday, and I've been keeping up with their sales because you know me, I'm a numbers guy. So they launched it yesterday, and they are promoting it hardcore. So you really can't get sales on TikTok without either A, promoting your video with lots of money, or B, you do lives. They're doing the first one, which is A, lots of money. So they're using lots of money to promote this. They have their own team.
Oh, yeah, I just pulled
well, their team should come talk to me, Andrew.
So
their team should come talk to me. So I've been keeping up with them. They have one product that is released exclusively to TikTok. They have managed to accumulate 598,000 followers, which means lots of those are bought. I mean, lots of those are bought. So they just kept pumping the videos out at a crazy expensive price to get that many followers is what I mean when I say bought. Like I don't physically mean like they paid someone to artificially inflate it. They kind of artificially inflated it themselves by constantly promoting their videos until they got to that point. So like their first video was 244,000, doesn't happen. Their second video was 2.6 million, also doesn't happen. They had to pay lots of money to get the page to where it's at right now. And in 2 days, they've only done, listen to me, 490 sales. At 598,000 followers, that number should be through the roof.
But I do have to say, I mean, I think I agree with Luau. It was really just a matter of time.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. We all knew that. All of us knew that in the community. We even knew it was coming. We knew it was coming months and months and months and months ago. What Skittles is doing, not even a little bit. I think it's great that they showed up to the game. I mean, they made a video that said,
they were losing some of your mic. It's getting weirdly echoey.
Oh, well, I think that they were a little late to the game.
Yeah.
But they made a video themselves and said, oh, we're late, but we're here. We're finally made it or something like that. I
don't like the name they gave them though.
I think that it's probably a good product. It's a little expensive. I think that they're gonna have a difficult time with it in the summer a lot. They're gonna discover that they don't ship that well. That's what they're gonna discover. Their sales right now are very, very far off from where I think they should be. and they're whoever is like doing their videos is having a rough time at this. Is having a rough time at this. They'll eventually get it tuned up and then it'll get right.
So how much are they selling these for? So they're selling them, it looks like, in
Yeah, for sure, double dip.
In stock at Target for $1.79.
No, they're only on TikTok. They're TikTok only. They even tell you on TikTok it's a TikTok exclusive product. I mean, it's a TikTok exclusive product right now. Yeah, I mean, so that Chase, that's kind of like everywhere. Everybody has like gotten into the games. That's kind of like
only available exclusively on TikTok shop. I got you.
But they're for real like double dipping. But I guess I just wanted to give Andrew a hard time because I feel like their product should be doing way better than it is. It should be doing way better. That should have a 0 behind that 493.
I do agree, Chase, to it, and we've seen them. Like my kids have gotten them. What's funny is there was one time we went to Five Below and they had some weird brand selling freeze dried Skittles there, and they were like $1. So my kids bought them. They instantly bought them. They ate them and like, this sucks compared to Wayne's. I mean, literally. I mean, I'm dead serious. And this was not them just trying to promote anything. This was just them like this.
Well, they're not shelf stable is the problem. That's something that we learned very early on, and this is something that Skittles is about to learn if they don't know this already. They're not very shelf stable. So when these people that are putting those out in the gas stations and stuff are making mass quantities and then storing them and then trying to get them to the shelves, they do weird things. They start to turn back into a gummy, not a gummy, but you know that chewy candy.
Yeah, they get a little chewy after a while. Yeah,
they start to turn chewy again. The heat will destroy them. That's it. So
I've noticed it out here when we bought some, and then when we don't, especially if we don't eat them right away, we put them in our pantry. They sit there for a little bit. They have a tendency to become slightly hard and a little bit more chewy.
Yep, they're not very shelf stable. You kind of have to do that in a so we do everything made to order. So it was this stupid look. A lot of people don't know that about me. Yeah, you can pull that down. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I was in manufacturing for a long time, ran a really, really, really big facility. And when I say ran, I mean like I physically ran the damn facility. So I know a lot about manufacturing and getting things put out there and pushed out there and just I know a lot about how that business works. We decided very early that we were going to go to a made to order style of manufacturing. One, it's my favorite way of doing things because it cuts back on your waste. It cuts back on so many things. Storage, you don't have to have the storage space. You don't have the waste. It cuts back on so many variables, but it's harder because let's say because it's kind of unpredictable. So for example, you come and you order 100, right? But I don't have 100. So now all of a sudden I have to get your 100 made and every other order that I normally have, right? So all of my normal orders still have to go out, but I somehow have to get yours made with that as well all of a sudden. So it's a tougher way of doing it, but it is a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
And I think the Skittles is going to learn this eventually. There's little things that they're going to learn and they're going to tweak it and they're going to make it so much better. And I'm happy that they're doing it because I think it's going to be great for everybody. That's not our bread and butter. It never has been.
I think if they do it, I mean, it's not even going to hurt you guys because I think
it's never been.
People, yourself and a lot of people that do it, everybody started off just making the regular Skittles, but everybody had enhanced them and made them better by putting flavoring on it, by doing multiple different things to it. So I think that has changed a lot of the game. And I think by Skittles bringing out their own version, it's going to open up the market and the eye, especially since they're only selling it on TikTok. Because if you go onto TikTok and you search freeze-dried Skittles, you're going to get everybody that's selling freeze-dried Skittles.
They'll pay to put theirs up front.
They'll put those up front. But again, this is an opening to getting everybody else that already knows the Skittles brand and let them use their marketing money to promote that, hey, you can freeze dry these and they have it and that get them to TikTok because that'll just open it up for more people. So
Yeah,
I think
I'm behind it just because of what you said. Their marketing alone is going to help my sales.
Yeah.
Their marketing alone is going to in turn help me, if that makes any sense, right? I mean, so I think that it's great. I think that they're going to have to tweak some things. I've been watching them. I've been kind of keeping an eye on it to see what they have going on. I've been a little disappointed because anytime I see like a big brand like that, I expect so much more from them, and maybe that's my fault, is that my expectations are higher than like what people normally like produce. I expected a lot more from them in that aspect of it, but I think that they will get it tuned up. They will get it running right. They'll get everything like in line. Hopefully they get somebody else to start making videos. Hopefully like that changes at some point and they get somebody else making videos, but I do see them getting it tuned up. Skittles have never been our number one seller ever. Now there is lots of companies on TikTok that are going to get hurt severely from this because that is their number one. Like that is theirs, but for some reason it was never our number one. It was, we make them because people like them, but they've never been like our item. It was never our foothold, and that's great, right? It just means everybody has different things that they're good at, but I'm excited to see them there. I had to give Andrew a hard time, and I feel like I ran him off, and I apologize if I did. I didn't mean to. I swear to God, I wasn't trying to be really hard on him. It was really a joke more than anything. If you're still here, Lou. So the clothing line, I think, from Thrilljoy is pretty fire. The mega pigs these are the ones that you like. You like these guys.
These are cool too. I do like the idea of these. I mean, it's still, kind of expensive, but I do like the chases. I like the fact that you can actually change out the hands. I think to me that's a solid product right there.
What are the price of these things?
They were significantly more. I think that was for 50. I think those were up there. They had it up. They had it up to price the last week when we were looking at them.
Oh yeah, I don't see it on there.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was though.
So like this for example, Chase. So they have Duck Dodger here, and they kind of got him laid out. Oh, there's Andrew. That's really, I think they're going to do great things. I really do, and I'm not saying that sarcastically. I really do. I've been excited to watch them. Like the Duck Dodger, right? So they have the limited edition, they have the Chase edition, then they have the Ultra Chase edition. Now the Ultra Chase edition, there's only 24 of those guys in the world. So out of the 5,000 they've made, there will only be 24 of these things available. Laz, what's popping? How are you doing? It's good to see you. We were talking about you earlier. Your ears must have been burning. Yours must have been burning. We were talking about you. We were having a conversation about you for sure. But there's 24 of those. And look, if they do catch on, right? Let's just say that they catch on. Let's just say that people start to collect these and they start to sell out. That 24 will become worth some major money at some point, right? Because there's only 24 of them. It comes with a letter of authenticity telling you there's only 24. It comes with a rubber stamp telling you there's only 24. There's only 24. So I think that because of stuff like that, this will be really cool. Really, really cool.
Yeah, that ultra rare is pretty. And I think there was one or two other items that had ultra rares. Not all of them did.
No, only one or two of them.
Yeah, I mean, and not all the items even have chases. Most of them do. But yeah, I think what was the other ultra rare?
I'm gonna find it. That's what I was just put on a mission here.
Huckleberry Hound.
Thinking that I was gonna find this one really fast.
Huckleberry Hound had a chase.
That chase that they remind him of the Dorbs. They remind me of
Skeletor.
Skeletor
had that really awesome golden
yes.
ultra rare. That thing
that chase right there.
The next one down. That one was cool.
24 pieces. So they don't necessarily remind me of Dorbs. They remind me of a bigger version of a soda is what these guys are.
But I think they did something, and he even showed it on there that, we've all, as collectors, Funko collectors, have been saying for years, especially when it came down to, when they say it's limited. Well, Funko was never a true limited item because they never had anything in there saying it was a one of what, one of this, one of that, or had a seal of authenticity. They're actually giving you that off the bat,
Right.
so you know that it's only going to be that many numbers.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the crazy part. We were talking about this yesterday. They're giving you everything that we've ever said.
Yeah.
They're giving you everything we've ever said. We wanted the letter of authenticity. They're giving you that. You don't want people to like knock them off. They're giving you the rubber stamp instead of giving you a sticker. I feel like they're giving you everything that you've wanted. Now,
which kind of makes me wonder something though. If you think about this, this is Mariotti's brainchild, right? Let's say Mariotti left Funko, decided, hey, I'm going to do my own thing. This is a brainchild. I'm going to take all the information that we always got. Being he was CEO, so we got all this information and all these things that these fans wanted. We want to kind of cater it to what the fans have wanted for so many years, and got that. And mind you, he got that information being the CEO of Funko.
Right.
If he knew that this is what the fans wanted, I think what then is hindering, because if he was at Funko and he could have gone this route with Funko and gone to that, maybe he was trying to promote it. This is where having a publicly traded company hinders you at that point, because now he's a CEO that has to report to a board of directors. Tells me that these board of directors at Funko has no idea of what people want. They just want to pump out pops over and over again, just like what we're seeing on all these return back to stock. They're killing the value. They're killing what the collectors want, and just to try to pump up and make more sales. And I think it's going to jump up and bite them in the ass. I think a lot of people are going to see that these are truly valued items, and I think the value of these are going to go up drastically. And I think people are gonna if they can start producing these on a greater level, or even creating a, hey, once a month we're doing a big drop type thing, you're going to create the hype and you're going to create the want and need, and people are going to buy them.
I think you're right. I'm confused on what Funko's doing, other than Funko's doing what you said. They're just going after their dollar. In any way possible, whether that means re-releasing the old pops over and over and over and over, no matter what that means, they're after the dollar with the board. I do think that, listen to me though, I think that he's going to run into some problems. Now there's other things when it comes to companies like processes. You can actually like go after other companies that are following the same process you are. So, for example, if you worked for me, Chris, and then you left me, and let's say that we had a hazmat company, and we had a certain process that we used to get to something clean from point A to point B, right? So, and you left me and you duplicated my process that I taught you how to do, just with another company. I can then come after you.
Sure.
For the process, right? I can say, oh no, you just took my process.
I think that also all depends on if Funko made him sign anything upon departure. Because remember, when he dropped down as CEO, but he didn't leave for a while.
Well, they kind of fired him.
Yes, eventually. But remember, he dropped down as CEO, but he didn't leave for a while. Maybe he was part of the board. Maybe he was part of whatever. I don't know what his actual title turned into be. But he didn't leave for a while. So I guess that all depends on, I mean, that's just like Disney. When Disney fired Bob Chapek, you don't think that in order for him to get the remainder of his contract, which was $20 million, they forced him to sign a non-compete or a non-disclosure agreement for a certain amount of time frame? Yes, I guarantee you they did. That's why he's gone into hiding, and I think he finally became a CEO of some other off-brand company somewhere, as I've heard of recently. But it's nothing within the realm of Disney. So I guarantee you they kept him in a non-compete type of situation.
Wouldn't you thought they'd have done the same thing with?
You would think, with being the CEO and having a lot of that insider information of how they did it, you would think they did. But again, also a company as a Funko, where Funko has had no competition really, if you really think about it, in the vinyl market, Funko has had zero competition for years. So they may have just been like, you know what, we'll settle. We gave him a basic contract and said, all right, we're peace, you're out of here. They may not have had him do it. I mean, it's very possible. I mean, he's already talking about that he's going to be doing, have big distributors. Who that is, we don't know yet. But he is going to have, big box distributors. But, he's got something, and I don't think he would release this quickly after leaving Funko if he was forced to sign a non-compete.
I'm with you, but it just seems really crazy to me that they would have just left him off the hook.
Thanks, Zach. I do appreciate it.
It seems really crazy to me they would have just let him completely off the hook. No worries whatsoever.
I think they've gotten too big for their britches, and they figured nobody's tried to compete with us. So, and if he didn't lead on, that could be where he's going. Then once he's gone, they can't reforce him to come back and sign anything.
Like, I'm with you. I don't know. What you got going on next week? Anything at all?
No, I will eventually have some videos up. I was still debating, but I am going to I'm going to dust off my filming bag, and we're going to take that to Great Wolf Lodge, because my wife actually encouraged it. Because since it opened up a month ago, and she said we have seen some videos. There have been some content creators that have gone out there already, but she's like, their resort tours suck. She's like, it's nowhere near your level that you did for Georgia. So, she's like, you definitely have a market to be able to get in there. And my Great Wolf Lodge ones from 2 years ago still get big hits. So definitely do that. One of the rooms, stuff like that. So I will have some videos coming up. It'll be mainly about Great Wolf Lodge down in Naples. So that should be, so I like doing that type of stuff. As far as the rest of it goes on, maybe I'll pop some shorts in there from time to time. But other than that, I'm just going to really focus for the most part on going out, having fun with the family. Typically, if I do my resort tour, if anyone's ever watched that one from Great Wolf Lodge, I did that early in the morning. I woke up real early, just after the sun came up, and I went out, and that place is easy to walk through. So that's usually what I do.
Sounds like fun.
But
sounds like lots of fun.
Thank you for the for the comment. It's been a lot of hard work, but. And I don't know. I'm debating on wearing a chest cam, but the weekend after this, I don't know why I let my boss and a couple of my bosses and some people talk me into that, but I am going to do a Savage race out here in Florida. 8:20 in the morning. I am not prepared for it. I have not been working out for it, and I'm just going to win the damn thing. And I'm probably in pain afterwards, but. You know what? I guess that's. I guess you got to be able to live life to go through it. So if I was afraid to do it, then I'd be afraid to do it. So it is.
I think you should wear a chest cam. I think you're onto something.
I don't know. I might not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But if maybe I'll wear a chest cam and at least make them, look through it and see if there's any short content worthwhile. So. We'll see what comes out from that.
Guys, I appreciate y'all. We will see y'all next week. Have a good night, guys.
Come on, later.
You guys are gonna have to put this in the description. I'm gonna leave this show tonight a little worse off, I think, quite honestly, than where we began. Everybody is watching this and watching this on the replay. You are now dumber and less important in life because of what has transpired here this evening. We apologize for what's going on right now. I'm going to try to pretend like none of this happened.